Hey, we live out here tonight, baby.
Yes, Sirski.
I ain't gonna hold you. This week was way better than last week for whatever reason. I don't know why. The vibes
No,
was
no
just
shit.
different. The vibes was just different.
No shit. It flowed a little bit better.
It did. It did. I
Yeah.
cannot complain.
Yeah.
But for those of us joining us on Patreon, little heads up. You might have noticed. You probably got a message if you were in the $3 tier. That's no longer a thing. We're up to $5. Now hear us out.
Yep.
Hear us out. $5 is going to get you pretty much everything we have, like live streaming, participation in live shows, any bonus content, all of that good stuff. There are higher tiers, 10, 15, and 20. That's for merch exclusive stuff. So the higher tier you are, this will be merch that is not available on our website when we get that back up and running, because Teespring, unfortunately, has dropped the ball on some orders that we have been trying to get out since January. It is now into March, and they're saying, well, the holidays had put us behind on production. I'm like, ma'am, it's one fucking shirt. One fucking shirt I ordered January 18th.
Yeah, just tell us the truth.
Yeah, if y'all ain't got it, just give me my money back and we'll set up a store somewhere else. So that's where we're at with that. But again, $5 gets you everything, live, streaming, all of that stuff. And then if you want to donate more to the brand, which we would not turn down at all, feel free to do so, and we'll reward you with some exclusive merch from the brand.
Amen. Amen.
But
what's up, Nightmares and Nerdscapes?
my
AKA
man,
Chris.
CJ in the building. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, we started an hour late. I don't think we should waste these wonderful people's times on this Friday night. You want to just roll the intro and we just get into the show?
Let's go. We got shenanigans we have to get to tonight.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. We absolutely have to. So, ladies and gentlemen, episode 165 of the Smoke Pit Live starts right now. The following is a presentation of the Dad Feeling Podcast Network, reminding you to always question the answers.
Welcome to the Smoke Pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the smoke pit, it's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Mac and Mac, welcome to the Smoke Pit.
Yep, y'all know what it is. Friday night, mood is right. Dynamic duo of Black and Mac here on your screens. Number one streaming show Friday nights. And like we mentioned, the week was fine for us. Don't know how it went for you guys, but hopefully you're rolling into this show ready for some laughs, because we, of course, have a lot to talk about.
Oh, yes.
As the status update stated, the rain that we've got the past week has watered and fertilized the field of shenanigans on the internet, and the harvest was bountiful.
Very much.
The pick of the litter for us to get into. So y'all know what it is. Jen in the house. What up?
What up?
And special things.
We got
happening.
we got some people in here that ain't announcing themselves. Hey, to whoever you are. Oh, that's Jeff. What's up, Jeff?
We see you stalking, lurking in the back. But yeah, we'll just expedite right into the show because there's shit to talk about. But we just can't roll into the show without giving the floor to our one and only Black Mac, who every week gives us inspiring words to attack and get after next week. So, Black, what do you have for us this week?
This week is about hanging in there. And I'll say why you should hang in there for the end of this show. Throughout your journey, there will be ups, there will be downs. Pay very close attention to the downs, because when you're down, it may feel like you may be out of it, but there will be an up, and we will have a hell of an up when you get there. So hang in there through the tough times. They will be there. Stay tough. Tough times don't always last. Tough people do. And that's the toast for this week. And to that, I salute.
Salute. There we go. That's better. Way better than last week. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, a post was made in the smoke pit by this handsome individual named Willie McCoy Jr. referring to Rose from the Titanic as the villain. It was a post that I saw, and I posted it in here. And I'll read you the original poster's justification of why Rose is the villain of this. This person says, maturity is realizing that in the Titanic film, Rose decides to throw a $250 million pendant in memory of an unemployed man she slept with only once away. A man who never even owned the necklace. She completely disregards the fact that the explorer who brought her to the wreck and built his entire career finding that necklace. Yet she held on to it for decades on the off chance she end up at the wreck site again, just to chuck it into the ocean for no good reason, and croaks in his bed. Then goes and waltzes past her husband in the afterlife to meet up with her 3-day fling. Meanwhile, she conveniently leaves out the part where she let Jack, the 3-day love of her life, freeze to death because she couldn't scoot over a bit on the giant door. Oh, and maybe, just maybe, her husband of many years might have liked to know she'd been hanging on to a $250 million necklace all that time. How about her granddaughter, who was caring for her, an early retirement fund? Anyone? The real villain of Titanic? Ready for it? Not Cal, not even the iceberg. It was Rose. Damn. I had nothing for it. I mean, I knew she was an asshole, you know, for letting Jack die. I never really thought about it from the husband standpoint. Like, I brought you on the ship. You ain't hanging out with me. You hanging out with old boy down the street or down the hall, down in the engineer deck. What is happening out here? You know, like, help me understand this, Rose. And then because he's acting like a rational person, like, who is with my wife? Is this dude sleeping with my wife? Now he's the villain.
Right.
That's gaslighting.
Oh, very much so.
Right? So,
very much so.
If you follow the show, you're aware that we've talked about two kind of main girls that are that most would consider villains. Black is 100% on board with Janae from Forrest Gump. If you want to plead your case on why she is the toxic of toxics,
she's up there. But let me tell you, Rose. Rose is a real piece of work. Real piece of work you are, Rose. First of all, that description,
yes,
dead on. I said this in the group. Dead on, balls accurate.
Yeah, you did. 100%.
Deadly accurate.
Yep. But,
and
go ahead.
I'll say it. Listen, and it's only because I've gotten married that I know what the significance of a cruise is, or any vacation, bro. We in it for the cheeks, my guy. So if I spend this bread and we go on a cruise and you hop along to some bum that just scrounged his way on the cruise, oh, I'm going to have a problem. I'm going to have a whole issue. I'm going to be a whole asshole out here. This whole cruise about to get wrecked for everybody. Because how dare you?
Yeah. Jeff is like, can't argue that point. It's valid.
It's valid.
People are looking at it. It's valid. But so so Roses, like this is a strong case. Like it was so eloquently put. Facts were listed. Nothing can be denied. But Jenny is kind of on your list is like, bro, she did Forrest so wrong. if you haven't seen Forrest Gump, for those who haven't, for whatever reason, give them kind of a rundown on why Jenny is also toxic.
So Jenny, I equated to like the girl in high school that you wanted, that you chased after, that you absolutely crushed on, right?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't really want you. And then later on in life, like when shit falls off the rails, she can't get the shit together. You know what I mean? Like, far as he still got the crush. Now, for Jenny's part, she had a little bit of trauma attached to this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She had a little bit of a rough upbringing that we found out about. We could blame some of her issues on the trauma that she went through. It doesn't stop the fact that what you did was trifling. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like, it don't stop that. The act is the act. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's that for Jenny. Rose is completely different. Rose. So here's
wait, real quick.
Here's
'cause
Jenny.
I haven't seen Forrest Gump in a while. When she slept with Forrest, did she already know she had AIDS?
I believe so.
Come on, dog.
It's been a while since I've seen the two.
Come on, dog. You know this autistic person has been chasing you his whole life, trying to be the love of your life. When you decide to let him beat the cheeks,
Yeah,
your shit was on fucking flame on.
bro, you had Johnny Storm all on the outers.
Bro,
You
your
know
shit.
what I mean?
What did he call it in the first Final Four when they like melted a nuclear supernova or
Yep.
whatever? Your shit was
Yep.
supernova. You know, you had it back in that time, like that was uncurable.
Oh, the block was hot.
Like in the 80s, they was just like, you got AIDS, death. We can't do
Yeah,
shit
oh,
for
yeah.
you.
Yeah, we don't even know what the fuck this is.
First of all, put on a mask when you talk to me. That's how people were treat AIDS back then. Like it's I could catch it from you from the
It was
air.
the new leprosy. You know what I
Yep.
mean? That's what that shit was.
So when you crawled and crawled back to the forest, you had already been ran through, AIDS'd up, and gave him that monster, and then you just faded into the sunset. Literally died. Now he raising your kid, who probably got
Yep.
the kid probably had AIDS too. Like I haven't watched it in a while. I'm just thinking, doesn't that shit like get passed or some shit? Like you had the
Yeah, it
baby and-
can.
oh my god. So I mean, Jenny is, to me, that she that qualifies as being up in the hierarchy of ain't shit female.
Oh yeah,
main
most
characters, yeah.
definitely. Most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Like I still love you, but I got the ninja. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
how much do you love me? How much do you love me, Forrest? Because I got the shit and I may die. But I have your child too. You know what I mean? Like,
Hold up. So Brian says in Forrest Gump, Jenny reveals she has an illness, likely HIV and AIDS, after Forrest and Jenny have a child. Oh wait. So
hold on.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on,
Let him
hold on,
have
hold
it.
on.
Let him have it.
This is new information.
'Cause I think
That
the
ain't
light
really
bulb
new
came on
information,
at
but
the
it's
same
the light
time.
bulb.
Yeah.
The fuck? So that means she didn't get it from Forrest. Nah, bro. Jenny, wow, bro.
Hold up. Yes, but she had it. So, for what Brian is saying, she let him smash prior to getting AIDS. They had a kid together, and then she went out
Oh.
after they laid up and had a child. She went out and got AIDS from somebody else. Does that
That's still
the
true.
diabolicalness has dialed down a notch? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
A little bit.
She didn't confirm this motherfucker's deathbed by giving him AIDS. However, this motherfucker's been chasing you, like literally running around the world chasing you, saving
Literally.
you from embarrassing yourself, trying to save your dignity. You let him smash, y'all have a kid, and then you back out in the streets to get AIDS and then call for him to come see you? Here's your son? Come on now.
Ma'am. That's pretty trifling.
You only called me to tell me come get my son because you got AIDS. and now I'm a single dad out here. Oh my God. I mean,
That's trifling. That's trifling.
she's still up there. Like even with that new information, to me.
Oh yeah, she's still up there.
Okay.
She's still up there. It like that. It don't excuse the fact that she did that shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you really want, I'm gonna die.
Yep.
Here's my kid. I can't raise him because obviously I'm gonna die.
I ain't gonna be
here
here much longer.
But also, I was for the streets this whole time.
Yep. Thanks for the one night of making love to me, Forrest. But I needed my back blown out by these hood rats.
Yeah,
and
like,
hooligans out
urgently.
here. And I got caught up. Here's a kid. I'm about to die. Bleh. You know, and she just bounced. But that's Jenny. So I'm a big, probably the strongest supporter of Kelly Frears, who was the role that Helen Hunt played in Castaway, as being equally as, if not the same level of wild. And we've talked about this on the show. Forrest Gump. Tom Hanks.
Same person. Same person.
Tom Hanks be getting done in bad by these females in movies. Tom Hanks proposes to this woman, goes on a business trip, plane crashes. This man is gone for 6 years?
5.
5 years. 5 years on an island, fighting tooth and nail to survive to make it back home. Because in his little pocket watch or whatever, there's a picture of his fiance. He's like, I got to get back to this woman. The love for this woman is fueling my desire to live. This man had a fucking cavity that was fucking his tooth up. He took the tooth out himself, knocked himself out, just passed out from the pain, all of this stuff. My man gets rescued, comes back to the States. He's like, I cannot wait to see my fiance. He comes back. She roll up in there with his fucking dentist. The same dude he was checking in with in the beginning of the movie is now smashing his fiance. No, they married now at that point.
Yeah, they were married. Didn't they have a kid too?
Yes. A 18-month-old. No, a 2-year. It was about to be a 2-year-old. So I'm just like, you're gone for 5 years. 2-year-old, right? That means what, about 9-10 months prior to, they was smashing raw, right? So at that point, you was gone 2 years and some change, right? Prior to that, I'm assuming some dating or something had to happen, some courtship phase, the engagement, right? So, So how long did you wait before you was back out here in these streets, Kelly?
Nah, bro, this is like
there's no sign of death.
Nope.
No DNA, no bodies.
Nope.
I went through hell. I reinvented fire. You know, I was out here in the Stone Age. Coming back. I lost my shit because a volleyball got caught in the rip current. I was losing my shit on this island, girl, to get back to you. And you fucking the dentist? Man, I would have.
The dentist.
Who? I say this like I talked to Apple about it. I was just in jest, but like there was a serious undertone. Like I was speaking in code to her, and I hope she picked up on it. Baby, if I ever go anywhere and they're just like, we can't find them, you cannot move on until it's confirmed that I am no longer here. You can't do that. At all.
Absolutely.
Because if I could, bro, you thought Aaron the plumber was Crash Out Man? You thought, bro, I roll up to your house and you got Christmas lights up and you got this 2-year-old baby sitting in there feeding it. Bro, I'm going to flip that fucking high chair over. Fuck this goddamn kid. You know what I'm saying? And then as I'm about to leave, like I come by, you tell me, we were lost I didn't know what to do. I was hurt. He was here. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like,
2 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm doing the math the whole time. How old's the baby? Well, 24 months. All right, bet that's 2 years, right?
That's 2 years.
About 40 weeks for
Plus
a pregnancy,
9 months,
right? 40 weeks for a pregnancy, so that's like 10 months. 9 months and some change, right? I'm assuming like. I don't know if that was the first night y'all smashed Raw, but I'm assuming y'all was smashing Raw before.
Hopefully, y'all got to the point where y'all were comfortable smashing Raw.
So hopefully y'all was married by that time and you wasn't just out here smashing Raw before. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm all this math in my head. I'm be like,
oh no, yeah.
First question,
I'm doing account for that,
bro. That gif where the person's sitting there, all these fucking like Zach Galifianakis in a Hangover, and all the fucking equations. Like she'll be talking to me, yeah. So. Yeah, Tennessee, we have a football team now. And I'm just like, doing math. Hold up, bitch. This kid, what, 2? That means. Hold up. You said it's 2, right? So that means y'all was doing this, and then this, and then this. And I was only gone for 5 years? So you waited a year? This was a year or some change?
This is right around the time I had to take this tooth out my mouth.
That was around next Christmas y'all was already dating. You ain't even wait a leap year, bitch. Like, come on. Come on. Where my ring
you
at?
Did it.
Where my ring at?
You got the comfort. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry that you lost him. Let me go ahead and get in them guts.
Oh. Does he have to fight the dentist? Does he have to fight the dentist?
Oh, yeah. Nah.
You ain't fighting the dentist?
Nah. It's on her, bro.
The beef is between you and her.
Yeah. It's between me and her. Motherfucker, you ain't even wait. You know what I mean? Like,
it's on site.
yeah. You didn't even wait. Let me walk to this house. Let me walk to my house. My house.
Yes.
Let me walk to my house. See you in it with another dude with another kid.
Fam.
And after doing the math, I'm slapping somebody, bro.
4 years.
Oh, that's worse.
Oh no, bro.
That's worse.
Wow.
So that means at least 3 years. That's at least 3.
Yeah.
Off rip with the baby.
Yeah.
That really means like comfort smash, bro.
Brian said, did he have the key to the house? Nah, he pulled up and knocked on the door because he knew the address, right? And she comes to the door. She's like, oh, hey. I think old buddy answered the door first, like, oh, come on in. Yeah, she's right here. And then old buddy goes upstairs and like lets them chat because the baby's down there. He's like, I know you got a lot to catch up on. Like, fam, don't
get
like,
your bitch ass out my house.
And then the wild part, he's leaving. She runs out in the rain and like gets in the truck and kisses him. And then it's like, I got to go back in the house.
For the streets. You for the streets.
I would have went in there. Hey, just a heads up, old boy. Hey, tongue in her mouth 5 minutes ago, bruh. Literally, I could tell you what she ate for dinner.
Yep.
Off top.
Stroganoff, motherfucker. Y'all was eating stroganoff here.
Yo, I could never. I could never, bro. Like the level of retaliation smashing I would have to do the rest of my life to get.
Oh, bro, I have to go after her clique because I know she got one.
Yep. Where your friends at?
Yep. All of them.
Revenge smash. Revenge smash. 100%. Yeah, and Brian brings up a good point. That's like the whole Rick and Shane thing in Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I didn't like what was his wife, Rick's wife name? It started with a J, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but bro, I couldn't. So that's why I'm just like, Kelly is wild. Because if he was on the island for 4 years, you got a 2-year-old kid now. Plus the night, bro, you ain't even wait a year before you started making moves without me.
Trash.
So that's the holy trinity of for the streets to me in movies. I don't know if anybody has anybody else that can be added, and then we can make a Mount Rushmore of this shit. But
no, there's one. Hold on. Sanaa Lathan played her, but she was for the streets too. A Family That Prays, I believe it's called.
Oh, that's a Tyler Perry movie. I haven't seen that. If I see a Tyler Perry film, I just don't give it run.
No, Sanaa Lathan in this movie is absolute savage, bro.
No, I don't believe. I'm not saying I don't trust you. I'm just not going to watch it. I know Kathy Bates is in it, so I mean it's. I hear good things about it, but I know like Tyler Perry. It's a Tyler Perry film, and Tyler Perry's in it. And that's the one. How long was you going home? I noticed when you came back that you was wearing this. You didn't start wearing this perfume. I seen clips from it, and I'm just like, what Tyler Perry just playing the. How long has this been going on? I've been noticing.
Nah, Tyler Perry.
It's
Tyler
been
Perry
20-something days.
He was a hoe in
It's
that
been
movie,
20-something days since we last did anything. I'm just like, nigga, you too dark to be this light skinned, bro. It is coming from a light skinned motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Perry, you acting real light skinned right now.
Now, Tyler was a hoe in that movie. Tyler was the friend that was like, man, I don't even want to get in this. Like, bro, just motherfucking lie.
Was Janet Jackson in that one too? Or no?
No,
Oh.
no.
What movie is the one where she was looking at a old buddy from Power? Or not Power, but
Oh, that's a good one too.
So you over here.
So you doing the bending?
You over here getting bent over. Ain't nobody bending me over.
Bending me.
Oh.
So
you doing the bending? Who wrote that script? Because if I was Michael Jai White and I was reading my lines and I'm just like, oh, ho. I don't slap her after this. I don't slap her after this, or
wait a minute.
I don't have a comeback for this. Oh, okay. I can't play this role. I absolutely can't. I absolutely can't.
You just sit and look astonished.
Yep. Because you can't answer it. Because now you caught.
Nah, bro.
Oh, so you the masculine gay? Huh?
Huh?
What happened? But yep. So that's the so you said Sanaa Lathan, huh? So she needs what kind of wrap up what she did to be on the Mount Rushmore with these other top of the line toxic women.
Oh, so she was the head of so Kathy Bates' son in that movie was the head of a construction company, and her husband worked for that company, but she was having an affair with the son, the owner of the construction company, making her husband think that their kid was his, but the whole time like the dude was funneling her money and she was living off of it, but wasn't taking care of her house. Bro, she's up. Bro.
Yeah, she got to be up there now. Without even seeing the movie, based on this information, when you trick another dude to take care of the kid of oh my God, that is next level. Because you got this guy invested into this motherfucker. Like, this is my seed. This is my child. Emotionally invested. Did he find out it wasn't his?
Yeah, so the way she told him, he was like, I'm taking my son and I'm leaving. And she was like,
Newsflash.
She was like, yeah. She told him the owner of the construction company, she said, that's his last name. I was like, bro, you are for the streets. Not even for the streets. You for the underworld, bro. Like that's some dark shit.
Wow.
That's some send a motherfucker off the edge and he ain't coming back.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, this
you don't come back from that.
That's the villain origin story.
Absolutely.
That's how you get people out here in Gotham like falling into vats of chemicals and coming out just wild. CJ says that would have turned into a murder mystery real quick. A whodunit, if you will.
Yeah, right.
A Knives Out, like, huh? But so that's our Mount Rushmore. And if you got any, if listening to this, watching the video, if you got any that should be added to this list, let us know, and we'll do a rack and stack. But that seems like a good solid start to a Mount Rushmore of toxicity from these lead actresses. But there's another thing I want to talk about before we get into the what did I just watch, and it is a clip of Wakka Flocka. Don't know if you guys remember him, but if you do, you're probably my age or,
Yeah.
around that. Former rapper?
I don't know what the fuck Wakka is now.
Former rapper?
Former rapper.
Something. He was on a show, and they were asking, I guess the topic came up of if the mother of your child and your child are both in a precarious situation where you can only save one, who would it be? Right? The question that, why the fuck you asking me this shit, lady? One of those situations, right, where you need to say something like that, but of course he doesn't. So we're going to go ahead and play this clip, and we'll discuss.
Let's say, because to me, I feel like marriage is very different from being husband and wife. I feel like most people are trained and groomed to get married and have children. That's the way the world works. And somehow women feel like they're more valued. They feel like they're almost a better if you are a wife and a mother. Now, being husband and wife, biblically speaking, is completely different. The way that you show up in your relationship, how you show up for your partner, the things that you go through and how you grow through the things that life throws at you is completely different than when you're just married. So that being said, scenario, you're on a boat in the middle of the ocean.
See, off rip, if I want a thing, you talk about husband. All right, so after I laid that foundation, we're like, you guys have to be in it to win it, husband and wife, the bond. All right, so y'all at the ocean, right? And like, whoa. Why are you trying to flip this shit out of nowhere? Oh, you're muted.
I just figured that out. It's like, you gave me this whole spiel, and I'm like, okay, now you're throwing this scenario at me. What
out
you
of
talking
nowhere.
about?
So scenario, you're on a boat in the middle of the ocean. Like,
What the
where
fuck
you going with
on
this
here?
shit?
With your wife and your child, and it's still a young child. Both of them get lodged into the water.
My wife.
You're gonna save your wife?
Hell yeah.
Why?
It's my wife.
She looked taken aback, like you ain't even let me finish the scenario. My wife. What?
My wife.
My wife.
She my wife.
She's like, well, shit. Trying to think of some follow-up questions.
Excuse me?
Here you go.
Elaborate.
Yep.
Period. That's it.
I love my wife before I love my child. How the could I choose my child over something or someone that created you? I come respectfully. I gotta make another one.
Now hear me out. I'm not laughing because like it's a lose-lose situation in that scenario.
Very much.
It's
very
a
much.
lose-lose. My problem is the lack of consideration or thought or compassion in his response. You know what? As a man in this situation, because it's a hypothetical, I'm jumping in with them. I can't live without my family. Just give that cheesy answer and keep it pushing.
Keep it moving.
Because does he have kids? Because if I heard my dad say
Yeah,
some
he
shit
does.
like this,
Hey, listen.
hey, you going in that nursing home immediately. The first sign of
Bro.
you dropping a cup out the cabinet.
Oh, well. Guess it's your time.
Oh, I can't reach that. Oh,
Damn, the medicine bottle
can
won't
somebody
open, Dad.
can somebody come get this old man? He cannot take care of himself. Son, what? Get out of here. The lack that's what it was for me. The lack of any kind of compassion, concern, thought into making this answer. And can we stop saying respectfully before we say some wild ass shit? Thinking
Yeah, that's wild.
that is worse than no
Respectful.
due respect.
Right.
Respectfully, child, I will let you die,
Respectfully.
and I'll just make another child. Instead of you risking your life to save your child, I'll save my wife. I'll jump in there and try to get my kid.
Damn, Lord
make it
Walter
work.
in this motherfucker. Like
I need to hear what
I'll make another.
I need to hear what else the fuck he says.
Cause I can't make I cannot make the same woman I love. It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Like you can't play with love. Like real talk. And this ain't for people that's inspiring to be loved or living in just bought an apartment with each other. The conversation, nah, it is real. So I know that kid, it wasn't meant for you.
I feel the same way.
Oh, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. I'm gonna bring up a scenario because this actually happened.
Okay.
So a wrestler, Crime Time, Shad, he was the
Street Profits before Street Profits.
Yeah.
Money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him, the tall one. So like he had to make a decision like this, right? So he was like either save himself or save him kid. He chose his kid. And like he actually died out at sea. This happened in California. So like I see where Wakka's coming from, but on the other end, bro, like you can't make that type of decision till you in it. You know what I mean? Like
you gotta do what you can to save both.
Right.
Like yank your wife.
Like I can sit there and say, no, you don't know what you're gonna do till you in that situation, bro. Like you might just jump in and try to save both of them. And you can't. You can only save one. So logically, where does your head go? Save my kid.
That lets me like, and we talked about this prior to the show. If that was a situation and I saved Apple and let one of my kids go.
Oh yeah.
Apple would murder me. Apple would be so upset. Apple would leave me. I would be the lowest of the low in her eyes. Because
hell yeah.
If you saved the mother and you told the mother, I chose you over your child, because the mother will give her life up for the child.
For the child, yeah.
Yep. Like if me and my kids were drowning, I know in my head, Apple, get these kids, because it's what you're about. Like I ain't even gonna hold you. You know, my fault for getting in this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could be like, we could make another one. You ain't touching that again,
baby,
bro.
You have to make sure I'm dead before you move on. This ain't Castaway.
Absolutely.
You act like you got to watch my body be lifeless in this water and time it. If you don't see no movement within 2 minutes, all right. And then when they come scoop me up, autopsy. Like you have to be for sure. Because if whatever reason if they resuscitate me, and I find out you doing some shit from Castaway, baby.
Hey. Let's go back out to the soap.
Yeah. This shit about to be reverse Punisher out here.
But he like, man, we can make another one, bro. I can guarantee you ain't touching that again.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't touching it again.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got that kind of pull. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't care how rich you are, bro.
I don't know what.
If you let your kid go to save your wife, 10 out of 10, you ain't smashing.
No, your wife.
At least until she's ready.
The mother of that child is done with you.
Oh yeah, pretty much, bro.
The mother of the child is done with you. Because you're going to pull her up.
Walk.
Why did you save me? Why didn't you save? Baby, respectfully, we'll just make another one.
Oh, she about to put you through hell.
Bro, sleep with one eye open. She going to kill you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She going to kill you. There's no way she's going to let you make another child knowing that you're not going to love that child enough to save its life.
Bro, the postpartum is going to, no, bro, it's going to wreck you.
This is my, let me let him finish this shit. I'm pretty sure he doesn't make more sense, but let's hear.
And you know, I got thousands of comments of people saying that's because you've never been a mother, you've never given birth yet. Oh, and he's going to divorce you in 3 seconds. And for me, it feels like a lot of these people are coming from trauma. Y'all don't really, and imagine if you treated your spouse with that level of regard, esteem, and respect. No, go ahead.
But see what you just said?
Yeah.
How people gave you the opinion?
Yeah.
You know how much power you could have gained just by saying, that's your opinion, I don't know me.
Oh, I don't care.
No, I'm just telling you, like, I'm telling you, if you could learn, like, it don't matter because they throwing you off your game. You drifted. The one thing the devil loved the most is people that drift.
True.
So when you got purpose, your purpose was you being real, how you feel. You
Period.
explain why you said it, done. Move on.
Period.
Nah, that ain't it, dog.
Nah.
That ain't it,
Nah.
dog. That's
Nah.
that's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion. I just don't see a world where I have seen so many like women in my family have given birth, and you just see that change where they
Nothing else matters.
Yeah, nothing else matters but these kids.
Yeah.
Like they still want to get out and live their life, but if something were to happen to their kids, put their kids in danger, like these women would just gain superpowers and do whatever it would take to save their children.
Right.
I don't see a world where you would save the mother, let the child die, and you'd be like, we'll just make the one that created you, we'll just make another one. We'll make another one of you.
That's wild, bro. That's wild.
Jen's
No,
like,
she doesn't.
Jen's like, wait, she don't have kids? She doesn't.
But this is gonna lead me to another.
Uh-oh.
I'm sick of these people without no kids trying to
With no experience in the shit they talking about.
Bro, you have
trying to-
zero experience in parenting. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what this shit's like, bro. You don't know what this shit's like. Cause I could flat out tell my kid, I brought you on this earth. I could take you off this motherfucker.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But in the same breath, I would die for them.
Yeah. No, you
Until
told the
you're a
story.
parent,
You told the
you
story
have
the
no
other
idea
day
what that means.
with Kamani and the whole gotten the message like, why the fuck he ain't at school? And you was just,
Bro, I'll burn this bitch down. Like you have no idea what
shit
that
about to
feels
be
like.
man on fire out here, bro.
Right.
Where the fuck I'm putting bombs and anus, everything my man Denzel did in that movie. Where's the bomb? It's in your butt.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm gonna blow you up if that's
Like,
the
bro,
shit I'm on.
Yes. You don't know what that shit is, bro. Like you don't know what parenting is because you're not a parent. Like you can see other people's experiences, but you're living through those experiences. You don't have one of your own. So your argument behind anything behind parenting is fucking invalid to me.
100%.
I hate those types, bro. Like I really
100%.
do.
1,000. It's like the people try to give relationship advice and they ain't in no relationship.
Right.
Man,
Shut the fuck
what
up.
you got to do is look for a woman. Ain't no woman looking for a man. Like, bro, do you have a woman? No, because I choose not to. The fuck out of here.
Right.
God damn.
You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like.
Fuck you. No, I'm playing. Nah, but seriously. But yeah, I just thought that was a weird aspect to take. Me being married 20 plus years, like we've had these little hypothetical things where it's just like, so boom, boom, this happened, me or the kids. Both of us are always saying the kids.
Right.
You know, like it's the kid first, because I imagine like a dad and a kid fall into a fucking lion pit at the zoo. Lion's like, I'm about to fuck you up. First thing the dad gonna do, grab the kid and try to toss him the fuck back up, right?
Yeah.
And it's an unsaid thing, because I'm sure like Apple be reaching out like, throw the kid to me, I'm gonna grab the kid. And then after that, hey, I'm just trusting you to do some magical dad shit to get out of here. And if you don't, it's both understood.
Been real.
Same shit. Like if Apple fell in there, like I'm pretty sure she'd be whoop. There's a scene in this movie Owen Wilson was in. Like I think they were in China or some shit, and a rebellion was going down, and they were coming after everybody who was American in the movie, and they was up on the roof of a hotel, and they were breaking down the door to get up there, and you know, the mom jumped over, and the oldest daughter jumped over, and then there was the baby daughter. And she didn't. She was physically unable to jump over there. Owen Wilson picked his kid up and slung her from one building to the other, and the wife caught her. I'm just like, that's that dad shit. And then he just got it running, started, jumped, and he barely made it. That's the shit that's supposed to happen. You ain't getting your wife jumping over to the other building like, hey, respectfully.
Sorry.
Respectfully.
You getting cussed out till it's over.
Yep.
You motherfucker.
Fuck you, Dad. Hey, they about to fuck y'all up too. So, oh man, Jen said Ryan Reynolds said it in I guess I'll use my wife's body as a human shield to protect my child. Oh man, but we would be remiss if we did not get into the "What Did We Just Watch" segment, because, like we said, the internet was full of shenanigans. So, without further ado, let us get into it.
Tell me I did not just see that.
Man, oh man. So there's been a clip that has been super viral lately. You've probably seen it. It's like this dude who is an influencer, if you will, fitness coach, something like that. But he's filming his morning routine, and it like, if you make any kind of content, you watch this little clip and you realize like all the extra steps this man took to do this, setting the camera up, to walk in like it's nonchalant, the different angles, like walking out of the door, making it look like he's just walking. Like he went outside and set up a tripod, put a camera up, went back in, came back out, acted out, walked off, walked back, turned off the camera, put it in a different spot. The part where he's doing the elevators, that's the wild part, because you just got this bitch sitting outside of an elevator. Like, you run in the elevator real quick, push the button. Hopefully nobody pushed the button to make the elevator move up so you can come out and walk. Like, come on, bro. Come on. But anyway, but like I said, if you make content, you're looking at the amount of effort that went into just making this video. But it went viral, you know.
It did.
My man is out here.
My man got the results he wanted.
He did. But I'm going to bring it up and we'll watch it together. And you can see how ridiculous this thing is. But it says here, fitness coach and entrepreneur Ashton Hall has dedicated his career to encouraging others to prioritize their health. In doing so, he shared many parts of his wellness journey online, including a recent change to his morning routine that says it improved his life. According to the now viral video, Hall starts his morning at nearly 4 a.m., completes his routine around 8 a.m. The extensive routine includes working out, spending time with God, prioritizing skincare, and more. While folks on Twitter are sharing their thoughts about the clip, Hall says his main goal is to encourage morning routines that promote better health and wholesome wellness, with prioritizing God first as the main thing. What do y'all think? So we'll go ahead and play the clip, and y'all let us know what you think. Oop, my bad. We'll run it back.
So we're going to be serious about the Lord's business.
So looking at it, bro, we got to go ahead and get in at least 10,000. Thank you.
You're muted, man.
too fucking much.
Indeed.
It's too much.
Indeed.
By 4:15, I'm going back to bed, bro. Like,
if I wake up
say
that
what?
early and it's not a recall, what's happening?
Right.
Like, my first meeting wasn't until 9 o'clock. What am I doing?
What am I doing?
It's to the point where, like, if I get up earlier than my normal time, Apple's like, "What's wrong?"
Con too.
What's
Con's
going
like
on?
that too.
Yeah, what's
What are you doing?
Where are you going? Oh, shit. The part that kills me is this part here, right? So it says 7:36 when he starts this jump. When he gets to the pool, it says 7:40. I'm like, bro, you was floating in the air for 4 minutes before you jumped in this. You're just making these timestamps up, bro. Like, I'm at a certain point. Do I know people that get up at 4 and go to the gym? 100%. You know, 100%. The main part of this that bothers me is after he goes on the balcony and does his little push-ups, and he goes back in the house and he has the phone volume so loud at fucking
jacked.
He has that shit so loud at like 4:20 or some shit. What we need to do is get back to the Lord. Like,
man, turn that shit the fuck down. I'm going to the goddamn landlord. Apartment 4B tripping, bro.
You can't have shit like that, man. My wife, God, I love her, but we'll be upstairs later in bed. I'm watching TV, like Lakers game or something, right? And she'll be looking at TikToks or something on her phone. Volume loud. And I'm just like, so I turned the volume on the TV up, so she turned the volume of the phone up, and I'm just like, well, what is happening? Like, what is, like, do you need the volume that loud? You know, and it's like a song playing in the background with some other shit. I'm like, this shit is ridiculously loud. Women, why do y'all play the volume so loud on y'all videos?
Come on, now you see me trying to watch the game.
Oh my God, bro, it is. Yeah, we gotta put the Lord first. Bro, it is 4:20 in the morning. You just got done with your push-ups. You not even fully awake yet.
Right.
You ain't got all that money you got. You ain't got no AirPods.
Right.
No earbuds.
Some headphones or something, man. Come on, bro.
But it's that this let me get in. I go swimming with my Rolex on. Thank you. Walk out. Go back. Like, come back up here, and then he starts. Sir, with numbers like that, we got to get at least 10. Oh my God, this shit.
The banana peel, bro.
Motherfuckers be doing any and everything, thinking that they found some shit to clear their skin up.
I'm just gonna eat this banana.
Bro, just put some soap and water on. Like, I get it, like moisturizing,
bro.
All that stuff. Like, bro, I'm not saying I'm the epitome.
Neutrogena crafted a formula specifically.
I'm not saying I'm the epitome of facial skincare and stuff. I use soap and water, and then I use the little Stridex shit, right, on my way. You don't moisturize your face. You don't put lotion. I absolutely don't. And it is what it is. Like, maybe I could take better care, but like my face ain't breaking out. My face ain't doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fine. It's not glistening or whatever this man's trying to get his shit to do. But the last thing I'm gonna do is walk around smelling like goddamn banana Laffy Taffies all day. A motherfucker got fucking insects and shit. Like, why these flies keep fucking with you?
Yeah,
you got banana residue on your fucking face.
Spiders jumping on your face and shit because they know.
Walking past monkeys in the zoo, they losing their goddamn shit.
Following your ass.
What did you do to them, Ashton? I don't even know. I just showed up. You got banana residue on your face, bro. Like,
yeah.
What you talking about? What did say? So you're not gonna show how he wakes his chest. Oh man. What do you say? Funny, wipe the banana peel on his face. Just leave it there. Don't wipe it off. He didn't show that part of the thing, and then he puts on a suit, and with that fake ass webinar he was having, bro. With those numbers, we got to at least get 5,000. Like,
10,000.
We got to at least get 10,000. Look at this shit. 9:06 a.m. Well, we got to at least get 10,000. Look at these time. The timestamps just fuck it up. Thank you.
Ain't nobody
In
whipping
another
that shit
bottle.
up
Like these are the biggest bottles of water. And my man just be drinking it like they're glasses of water. Everything this man does with water, he uses
what he don't drink, he putting it on his face.
Yeah. Dunking his face, and people are just like, well, that's actually legit. Like, no, the fuck it's like, again, I'm not out here trying to win any beauty pageants. I don't fucking know if it works, but yeah, but it has spawned a lot of viral mockeries of this. I don't know if you've seen them, like if you're on TikTok or whatever, people are just doing the most and like taking pictures of their shopping carts, having like 5 bottles of this shit in there with fucking 3 bunches of bananas, like, oh, I'm about to get right for the summer, you know, with the caption and shit. So, hell, and there's also been a report that he was renting out this penthouse in Miami, but then he recently got kicked out of it.
He got evicted.
Yeah, he got evicted.
I saw that.
So, yeah.
All that, you can't even stay in that motherfucker. That's wild.
All of that shit. But the most out of pocket shit we saw was where's he at? Oh, this motherfucker here. So controversial Malawian prophet shepherd Bashiri shares a miraculous video of himself walking on air. So the caption here is Prophet Bashiri walks on air because he's trying to tell his congregation how chosen of a man of God he is, that he can perform miracles on this planet that nobody else can. So people were saying he's lying. He's telling them, I can walk on air. People are like, sir, you're lying. So he was like, I'll show you. I'll take a video of myself walking on the air, and he blessed us with it here. So I would like for all of you to sit and just be in awe.
Marvel.
At this miraculous
Don't say God ain't real.
I like how the camera goes side to side. See, nobody was there to hold him up. He coming down holding his hands up like, see, my hands are here. And then he gets to the bottom of the stairs and he's like, ooh, look at this. I'm on the air. I got you. And then he goes back on the ground and then the camera zooms back out, hands back up like, look. My hands were up here the whole time, and the camera's like, see?
Ain't nobody there. Ain't nobody there.
How is that possible? It must be God. That's the only, like, and then they posted it like, we got it.
We walk by faith here. Look at that.
Look how shaky the zoom back out was. Like the dude was like trying to squeeze and zoom back out.
Don't go back too far yet. Don't go back too far yet.
Like he just ain't holding on to the wall and the fucking railing right here. Like when he zoomed, are you zoomed in on the feet? You're in on the feet, right? All right, let's go.
All right.
Ooh, look at me.
Cut the volume down.
Look at me. All right, get down. Zoom out. Not fast enough. All right, cool.
Yeah, got it.
You thought I couldn't do it.
Faith.
I will say. Look at Jen. Oh, this could have went dark. And his feet just started dangling.
Pointing towards the ground.
They just start moving faster. Oh my God. He said Malawi needs a better sound effects budget. I walk on there because I'm a ghost. But that's the stuff, bro. If you look up like any pastor from any African country or anything like that,
they
just
be
wild. Trying to do the most stunts.
They be wild.
Oh my God. Look, remember the dude that was just like, I got caught up into heaven in the middle of the sermon, and there was
they pulled his ass up
with a damn sheet wrapped around him up into the ceiling.
Dude resurrected the dead.
Nigga, they're just like nobody
my
in there
God.
was just like, y'all think that's how God's gonna call us up with bed sheets? That's how you escape prison.
Yes.
You tie bed sheets together. What is he do? Am I the only one seeing this shit? But oh my God, that leads us. Since the last two, Ashton was just like he just wants to encourage people to prioritize a morning routine that puts God first. We have Shepherd Bushari here showing us that if you walk with God long enough, you'll be able to walk on air. Like,
yep.
And like what? He's only like what 4 inches off the ground here. Like, what
generous.
benefit? What benefit does that give you? Like, if you walk with God, you can float over puddles on the ground. Like, the level of dedication you have to give to God to walk 2 inches off the ground, for fucking 5 seconds. It's not worth it. But there's somebody who believes they were called by God to the point where he is willing to risk being charged with, what was it, 40,000 counts of kidnapping or whatever it fucking was. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you guys heard about him.
Robbery.
Yep.
Kidnapping.
Our very own Marvin Sapp, who just recently had a Tiny Desk concert on NPR. Apparently, I guess that didn't bring in any money or help him out any, because he was in need of some financial assistance. I don't know. But that is what we're here to talk about in this week's Whose Man's Is This?
Hey, who man's is this? Oh, man's is this? Who man's is this? I need to know.
Marvin.
I'm going to just go ahead and play the video for y'all. Really.
Go ahead.
Y'all
they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small.
Let me just say, if I'm in the church and all of a sudden he just be like, usher, close the doors.
Close the doors.
Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. I automatically, I have to leave. I don't know what
I
y'all
go right
finna
to the
do.
red wedding. I'm getting
I don't
out
know
of
what
Dodge,
y'all
bro.
finna do, but y'all ain't finna lock me in no building like this.
Nope.
Y'all ain't finna lock me in no building like this. Close the doors. The fact he had to repeat it, the ushers were just like,
What do you want us to do?
The hesitation by the ushers called for what? Did somebody
Close the doors.
Close the doors.
Close doors.
Close the doors. Close the doors. All right.
For what?
The fuck is going on?
See, if I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Bro, I know robbery. I know robbery when I see it.
Doors being broken down, glass shattering in the windows. This is yet
One
another
of the
film.
pews is going through these windows, bro.
Another film that would be a murder mystery. Either y'all gonna let me out, or furniture is about to move in this sanctuary.
Yeah, y'all gonna see God working a different
Right.
way today.
The spirit is finna move a few of these pews out the way if y'all don't let me get my family out of this goddamn church. So
it ain't the Holy Spirit either. It's the spirit of death, motherfucker.
Yes.
Y'all, hey, listen, let me out.
And that's one of my major problems with what is it, commercialized religion.
Yeah.
Mainstream religion. Especially in most of these churches now where people just come through because it's the prosperity gospel. They're like, if you sow this, you're gonna get this. This like
Yep.
and for him to just make it seem like it's a trivial thing is just disrespectful. You don't know these people's financial situations. They came
Right.
here to receive a word and to get encouragement to get through the day. And you're just like, give me, hey, if you're up here on this podium, you're giving 100 because it pays. You pay to be like, what did he say? What did he say?
It costs to be
It
up
costs
here.
to be up here, right?
This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded.
So I'm gonna say this real quick. This motherfucker's hair status, the state
Yeah,
of his
bro,
hair, just let this shit
It's
go.
untrustworthy.
Just sir, you're sweating through your shirt like ridiculously.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Like, you got some shit going on.
Like you're nervous, or like
Oh,
the
yeah.
AC don't work in this building, which is why you asking for this money. Look,
This money
bro,
big.
he trying to get the air conditioner fixed and sweating his behind off in there.
It's hot.
But like you got the baldy happening, you got the not so quite Uncle Phil right here. Your hairline's pushed way the fuck back here. It's time to just go bald, man. You got an
Yeah, let
amazing voice, but I didn't know that you was this on this level of prosperity preaching, bro. You know.
But I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again,
What
Look at his face.
what seed are we planting?
Look at his face. This dude right here by his arm. 100 shit.
Shit. That's my church money. That's my IHOP money. What you doing?
This is that was the money I was going to use to go to fucking Lions after this.
Piccadilly. You know what I mean? We got places to go.
Hey. Hey, that's my lunch money.
Hey.
We pay to be up here, does it?
it costs to sit up here.
Bro, them people
And
behind
this is what I
them was
need you to-
just like you would, if I was in the choir or something on that thing, I just would have got up, took the robe off, and sat with the main congregation. I'm in a
this
new
church
tax.
ain't it.
I am in a new tax bracket now. If it costs $100 to sit up here in church,
Well, I guess I ain't sitting up there.
bro, I paid less and got better seats at a Padres game, bro. And it was more entertaining. What the fuck is going on here? So this video comes out. He comes under fire, right? He's just,
Yup.
well, shit. Everybody thinks I'm just a money-hungry pastor now. But he came out with a, let me bring this screen up, an explanation on why he did what he did.
Yeah, he sure did.
Let me take this video down. Whoop. Add this. So this is his statement, right? So let's add context to the clip on social media. Recently, a clip has gone viral of me challenging 2,000 individuals, virtually and in person, to plant a seed of $20 during an international gathering held at a convention center with over 4,000 people in attendance that evening, plus virtual viewers. In that same moment, I also challenged leadership to lead by example by sowing $100. That evening, I personally gave much more. Some have taken issues with a particular moment where I instructed the ushers rather firmly to close the doors during the offering. To those unfamiliar with the church context or who may not regularly attend worship gatherings, this has been misinterpreted as holding people hostage as well as offensive. That was never my intent. The truth is, when finances are being received in any worship gathering, one of the most vulnerable and exposed times for both the finance and security teams, movement during this sacred exchange can be distracting and at times even risky. My directive was not about control. It was about creating a safe, focused, and reverent environment for those choosing to give and for those handling the resources. Unfortunately, in this social media age, snippets are easily shared without context, and assumptions are quickly made without understanding the full picture. Conferences have budgets, churches have budgets, and people have budgets. As the assigned ministerial gift for this international gathering, one of my responsibilities was to help raise the conference budget. That's not manipulation, that's stewardship. You got anything to say about that first part?
I want to remind our listeners, particularly the ones that are black, that black churches usually have at least 2 offerings during the church service. Mm-hmm. There's occasionally a 3rd offering. And if you go to a black church, you know what that offering is. It's the building fund.
Yes.
By the time we get to the building fund, ladies and gentlemen, in a black church, which I would assume that Mr. Sapp is at, by the time we get to the building fund, which I would think this is the part of the service he's talking to, he's sweaty. The building fund is normally at the end of the service where, you know, you've given everything that you have and then you feel compelled to give what you can to the building fund. By the time we get to that part of the service, I ain't got it.
It costs more to go to church than it does to
I ain't got it,
Dave and
bro.
Buster's. You know, I could have had a nice Sunday morning at Dave and Buster's for less.
For less than that,
And
bro.
got shit back.
And you calling this shit a seed? Like, fam, this seed ain't ain't sprouting, my guy.
Yep.
I ain't got what you
Bro,
you're looking for.
As a kid, because like you said, there's 2, right? There's tithes and then there's offering, right?
Yes.
So tithes, you're supposed to give 1/10 of your check to the Lord.
Yes.
And then after the tithes, anything after that's the offering. I remember being in church and I'm sitting towards the end of the row as the ushers doing the thing. So my dad would write a check, hand it down and be like, put this in the basket. I'm like, fam, bro, this is a $230 check. And we just, all right. And then the offering come and then he'd put like $40 in there. I'm just like, so when I was asking for some shoes, we ain't had it. we ain't had McDonald's money, but I just seen you put $230.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And let's not I live in the house.
I know the funding approach. I know where the funds are going, Dad.
You giving this money like we straight. The seeds you've been planting, like I remember the first time I'm like, this how much we've been giving this whole time? Because he tried to fold the check and give it to me, and my this how much we've been. Put that thing in the put that thing in the damn basket, right? So I'm like, for somebody to see a middle class, because at the time I saw that check, he was like a E6, E7 in the Marines, right? Back in the 80s, right? I'm just like, yo, this is wild. You're asking my dad to give this much of his check, family of 5.
Yep.
And then send another one, talk about now it's the offering. Give with your heart, you know. But they throw that stuff to make you feel like you have to give. They're like, oh, it's the offering.
Exactly.
The tithe is the mandatory. The offering is the whatever you can do.
Yeah,
however,
whatever you can.
If you go exceedingly abundantly above, you know, the blessings will, and just boom, vroom, vroom. And I'm just like, fam, my lunch card is on E.
Bro,
The school is
listen,
sending
man.
you things like, hey, you want to pay your kid's lunch tab? He's like $10 behind. Nah, he just threw like 40 into this thing at church, but hey, when that seed comes, we finna be rich.
We capitalizing, babe.
Swerve in that corner. Whoa. Shit about to be lit.
Hell yeah.
Still waiting for maybe the blessings or something else that's not financial. But the whole point that they're telling you is you'll get it back this many fold, 10-fold, 20-fold.
Yes.
I'm waiting for that. So like when I was going to church after I moved out, I never gave tithes. It was just whatever offering I had. Here's $40.
Yep.
Aren't your checks? Here's $40. I could take it back.
Yeah.
I'm not tithing because the way my budget and my finances is set up.
Man, I ain't tithing because this church still look the same. What is we tithing?
Well, my brother, man, I used to think the comedians only used building fund as a joke. It was a joke until I went to a church that had a building fund. Bro, every church I've been to had a building fund except the chapel on a base. And that's because, like, it's government funded, so they don't really need all that stuff to keep lights and shit on.
Right.
But every church I've been to off base, I'm just like, we're going to build a new building. Like, this building looked pretty good to me. Fuck, we got to build another shit for? Like, this
Right.
Congregation ain't that big, but we need a bigger thing. Like, because you get that new building, it's going to be more money to run AC and all that other shit. And this y'all shooting y'all shot.
Y'all
don't
want
need
the
it.
high-tech audio equipment and ain't nobody here.
Ain't nobody here to use.
We got top state-of-the-art audio equipment.
Music instruments and everything. We ain't got but 2 people on the praise team. One play drums, one play bass.
That's so accurate, though.
And then we got like 25 professional tambourine players in the congregation. So bringing their own tambourines.
Yeah.
The half crescent, the crescent moon ones. So, they was nice. We're not making this shit up, ladies and gentlemen.
No, this is absolute fact.
But to continue his thing, he says, now allow me to give you some biblical context, not opinion, not tradition, but scripture. In 1 Chronicles 29, we find a powerful moment where David, preparing for the building of the temple, challenges the people to give. He starts by giving his own treasure over and above what he had already set aside. He calls on the leaders to do the same. What happened next? The people gave willingly and generously. In fact, they gave so much that a record was kept of each gift, and ultimately David had to tell the people to stop giving because the need had been exceeded. The Bible says they gave gold, silver, bronze, iron, all of that stuff. So when but because the people needed to show their commitment, the vision, and because stewardship, like, I don't see nothing about them getting anything back in return.
It don't. But look, to that point, let me quote something Jesus said.
Okay.
Giving should be done with a generous heart, motivated by love, and a willingness to serve God rather than recognition. Never did Jesus say, give this much. Let's everybody come together and give. If you got it, give it. But make sure it's done out of love, not out of something that you want to come back to you. So that should be what we all follow. And when people go to the scripture, I love it because
there's another scripture. They go to this Old Testament stuff and they don't go to the New Testament. This is 2.0.
Exactly.
This is Bible 2.0. You got to go with the newness.
Because y'all got to remember,
the
Old
actual
Testament,
Son of God came and said this.
The world was so fucked up in the Old Testament that God had to send his son to save you.
My man was like, David was out here smashing, having legit married couples killed off so he can smash the wife. And y'all, this the dude y'all keep quoting and running to.
He was a great man.
My man saw, but Bathsheba was just like, "Hey, he gotta go."
Yeah, put her husband on the front line.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. That lame gotta fucking kick rocks and be under rocks.
Yeah,
I heard about your
how good can he fight?
My condolences.
Oh, he's trash.
Front lines.
Yeah, front lines.
Sir, he's an archer.
Test him.
Hey. He's one of our best archers. He's usually in the rear.
Nah, put him in the front.
I think y'all are sleeping on his skills. I think he's greater than that. Go ahead and give him that sword and put him in the front.
He died immediately? Shit. Better go visit his wife. Give her my condolences.
Sir, would you like for us to sit? No, I'll go myself. I feel I absolutely have to. I absolutely have to. But this is the dude y'all keep running to. David did this. David also killed a husband so he could smash the wife. We doing that too? Since that's and that's my thing. Like everybody be like, the scripture says this. Did you read the New Testament to see if there was any updates to that app?
We don't like to quote the New Testament, man.
Nah. I'm like, y'all about to be out there just sacrificing goats and stuff. And God said to sacrifice your fattest calf to me. You know, hey, come on, man. I ain't got one of those. You got $100? That's the same.
Plant that seed.
I can't.
Plant that seed.
The guilt trip they try to give people. Anybody can give $20. You give $20. And that, I'm like, so what am I getting in return? Because the church is literally giving me nothing back.
Right. What if I just happen to bring my homeless friend, like who I saw on the streets?
He'll be shamed.
I saw him on the streets this past Friday. I'm like, man, we got to get you together. Let's go to church this Sunday. We'll figure this out. I know he ain't got $20, but you want him to go. Like, you just ruined this experience for him.
And the fact you're sitting there challenging these people, turning around, looking at the people behind you, you're giving $100 for you live out of here. I'm absolutely. You are positioning yourself to be hella embarrassed, sir.
Yeah.
Put the baskets up here. I need to see people move. You're going to see me right in my seat like this. And the people next to me, excuse me, can I go around?
Yeah.
Go around the other side because they're gonna see I ain't moving. Challenging me. And then right when I leave out of here, I'm going to spend $100 on something crazy. Just because you just that defiant, bro. Like, you just give with a grateful heart. Give what you can. Just pass the thing around so it's not shame. People aren't being judged when they stand, if somebody doesn't get up and walk up here. And then you looking at the money as they're putting it in the baskets to make them even more pressure to try to get. That is Marvin, bro.
That's
like
crazy work.
Marvin.
It's crazy work.
Come on, bro. Wasn't he in commission?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. You one of the greats, man.
Yeah.
You one of the greats. I know you got the money to cover whatever it was that conference needed. That's how you
whatever it was.
God gave you that talent, the ability to sing, make that money, tiny desk, all of that stuff. You could have blessed them people by handling all the expenses. But you out here like, hey, you got to give this. I personally gave more. How much more? Since you telling everybody else what they supposed to give, what did you give?
Dollar amounts. At least $20 from everybody.
Dollar amounts, bro. What did you give, Marvin?
Did you give 40,000?
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, if you asking for that, at least match it.
His name's on your prayer card, so that's your bill.
Hey, pay that bill, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whatever the congregation gives, you're like, I'm gonna match it.
Right.
Do something like that. I still wouldn't give anything, but I'm just like, that's cool. But this whole, I'm challenging you to do this. Close the doors. I want to see people move up here. I need to see 1,000 people. Bring the baskets up here. Don't pass them things around. I need to see people put money in here. Like,
you need to see 1,000 people moving. You better have Jesus on the main line.
1,000 people
today.
move to this exit. I don't know if you got the ushers had the training that the Capitol Guard had on that January 6th, but hey, if I had them white gloves and that usher badge on and I saw them people running to the door, I'd open it. Hey, have a nice day. God bless
Hey, this
you.
pen going off real quick.
Right. My gloves coming off. What you trying to do, Pastor? Hey, I'm turning in my resignation.
Not for me.
Turning my resignation in right now of ushership. Retiring. Undefeated on top, you know.
Yep.
Y'all have fun.
Clean record.
Clean record. Yep. But Marvin, man, this was not a good look for you, man. I don't think it was a good look.
You made your way to Who's Man's, bro.
Yeah, and this explanation did not do you any favors. Because I don't think if you let the whole clip play out, you would have been justified in doing that shit. I've been in churches where Juanita Bynum's been preaching and people are just slinging money all over. We ain't locked no doors or nothing. I have never seen, like, if there was like a rash crime spree of like churches being run up on during their offering sessions, okay, you know, lock and close the doors. The way he was explaining it made it sound like it's a thing that happens.
This is a precious moment in which
there's a lot of finance.
Bro, that's like wow.
The truth
That's
is,
wild.
he said when the truth is when finances are being received in any worship gathering, it is one of the most vulnerable and exposed times for both the finance and security teams. What is the security team in church?
Right.
The ushers?
2 deacons, bro. 2.
And they old as fuck.
Facts.
Deacon Johnson ain't security, bro.
The oldest deacon that's sitting, that's the security. The oldest deacon that's sitting by the door.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
movement during this sacred exchange, bro. It's a financial transaction, bro. And it's not even tax write-off.
no, it's not. I want to know what they needed $40,000 for.
Come on, buddy. You see Tender Copeland and them on them planes?
Bruh.
Bro, I think, Marvin Sapp paid NPR for that in Tiny Desk session. I don't think NPR reached out to Marvin Sapp and was just like, I mean, you just had Doechii. The list of people who are in line that you could put on, like, that would do a Tiny Desk, and all of a sudden it's just like, Marvin Sapp's here.
For what? For what?
Exactly. Like, I feel Marvin Sapp reached out to NPR and was like, hey, I can give you some money for a Tiny Desk. And he was just like, I need this money back. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
I gotta recoup.
That's just me.
I gotta recoup this. Yeah.
Because I'm like, there are people who are like, I'm sure like NPR, that's a sacred spot. Like you get a Tiny Desk segment, like people are just like, you on your way, or you already made it.
Right.
And
right.
you're just coming back doing some class. Like people are hitting NPR up. Like you need to get this person. I don't think nobody hit NPR up was just like, Marvin
we need
Sapp.
Marvin Sapp.
I just need to hear never would have made it.
That's it.
Now, if you got commissioned to do a Tiny Desk, I'd be all for that.
Hell yeah.
But his like one and I put it in the comments or when I posted it, it was what you call it? Because his song is never would have made it, never would have made it with. And they played this in Basic when I went to the chapel. Fam,
tears.
I
miss home so much.
The ugliest cry, the weirdest noises. Snot.
Up in there looking like Will Smith in The Pursuit of Happiness. Just.
And it wasn't just you; it was everybody in your flight. Everybody in your flight.
That's a fact.
Everybody caught that, bro. Everybody saved. Everybody saved the first 2 Sundays of Basic, and then you find out the T.I. don't show up when chapel's going on. Then niggas is staying back in it. Motherfuckers hanging back in the bay like, hey, you're not getting up for church? Hell fuck no, I'm not getting up for church, bro. It's an extra 30 minutes of sleep I'm getting right now.
We got a free one.
Shit.
Take my time.
Yeah. But I was joking like he would have did that shit. Never would have paid it
At all.
Never would have paid it without. You lost me, dog. Because
All
now
my
I
coins.
see this is a conspiracy. Somebody escort him out of here. Yes.
Thank you.
My job here is done.
Y'all be easy.
Yeah. Everybody else join it. Oh, that's how you get out? Never would have paid it. Everybody starts singing along.
Never.
Never. It's a fucking chorus. A choir just starts in the back. The choir behind him starts singing it. All right, cut the film. But Marvin Sapp.
Welcome.
Does this beat out
Who?
Steve Smith?
Oh, this is a good one.
Does this beat Steve Smith?
Nah.
Because he's the gold standard this year so far.
Yeah. Steve's still up there, bro. Steve might have won it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
That alone. Those two words solidified Steve in the hierarchy of whose man's is this. But Marvin, this is up there. I would say if we had a podium, you'd be on the podium. You'd probably be third place right now. You'd probably be third. Second place so far this year.
I think Marvin might be second, bro.
Marvin second?
Yeah, Marvin Wallen.
Who would be third then? Snoop, Nelly, the pastor from Detroit. Jason Whitlock?
Snoop third.
Snoop is third.
Oh, I forgot about Jason. I forgot. No, Jason's third.
Jason Whitlock still up there? Peanut butter skin and those big jugs.
Rack.
That rack. Lord Jesus. That motherfucker.
My blood pressure.
Come up with that butterscotch skin.
Them cans. Oh, my man damn near sounded like Uncle Ruckus, man. Like, oh, no, you got it. Them cans and
Lord Jesus, them cans. But yeah, I mean that's my top three too. Like I still got Jason second and Marvin third. But I mean, we still got 9 more months to go. We'll see what happens. I mean, anything is possible in this day and age. We low key could have threw old buddy, sharing war plans with a. They was using Signal. They thought it was secure. In encryption, they're just like, bro, nobody. Let me tell y'all right now. Hold on, let's go to regularly scheduled programming. It will just dabble in that real quick. The motherfuckers thought they was on some shit, bro.
And now we return you to our regular scheduled program in progress.
Let me tell y'all about Signal, man. As a first sergeant, you want to know how many people come up to me telling me they caught some infidelity going on, and the choice of messaging that the infidels, the cheaters that were using, was some kind of wild thing that always promised end-to-end encryption. But it don't matter what the encryption is if you ain't checking who you sending the motherfucking messages to. That's just square one. Like, you ain't looking at who's all in the group chat before you send the shit.
nope. We just going along with the shit, bro.
Yep. And then you trying to delete it, and it just deletes it. Do you want to
fuck?
Yep. Notice that this will delete it just for you, not the members of the chat. You just like, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
It's a wrap.
I'm cooked.
Bro, at least 3 3 on Signal and 2 on WhatsApp. That's always promising end-to-end encryption. I'm like, your spouse isn't trying to hack into your chat. You leave the fucking shit open, and they see it, and they get screenshots. Like, it don't. China, nobody's trying to hack your fucking side piece chat. You just need to fucking be smarter with how you do it. That sounds horrible, but that's how they get caught. So it don't matter what you're using. You just got to look, who am I sending this to, and how am I locking this down so nobody else can see it? Apparently, that's not what's going on up there. So
the word of the week is ComSec. Motherfuckers.
Everybody, I'm just like, is it just active duty that has to take the training? And not all federal employees?
Everybody. Because
is it not all federal
take
employees?
That shit too.
Incognito mode is also not encrypted. So good things, man.
They can recover the messages too, and so they the fact that they not saying like they not even denying they sent the messages. No. That's the wild part.
No,
it's like we did it. We did.
And here's the thing: they mad. We'll get to the bottom of this. Elon, head up the investor. Elon.
Fam.
This motherfucker went from making and making Tesla cars to now investigating. Hey, man.
We're investigating classified, bro.
Why is he the choice? Don't we have 3-letter agencies?
Bro, you have the director of the FBI, the National Security Intelligence officers. You have all these people at your disposal. But nah, we're gonna fucking call Elon. What the fuck, bro? Like, what?
He'll head up this investigation.
What'd you find, Elon? Surprisingly, nothing. Bro, cooked.
My man from the Atlantic was just like, bing. The hell is this going?
Hey, bro,
I absolutely have to share this. I absolutely have to share.
That motherfucker's a savage, bro. Because he was like, man, there's got to be some bullshit. Until he found out that it wasn't. Then he was like, I'm telling.
Hey, and shout out to the Atlantic because they threw that little thing like, hey, my man sent me this. This is how I feel about it. You click on it, it gives you a preview. To read the rest, subscribe to the. Oh, you motherfucker! Let me go ahead and pay this $5. Let me pay this. Let me pay $5 to read this one article because I ain't never coming back after this shit.
Right?
So I'm gonna pay this $5. Cancel it right after I read this hoe. But you got me. The Atlantic came up, bro.
The wild part about it is like he played that shit masterfully too, because he was like, I ain't gonna say shit. And then it was like they started attacking his credibility, and there's like, ain't nothing classified. There's no classified. So this motherfucker was like, oh, well, if it's not classified information.
Hear ye.
Here you go.
Let it be known. On the 26th
did you
of
do
March,
this shit? Yeah, we did.
The year of our Lord 2025. War plans.
There's nothing classified, bro. There's so much stuff that you could pick out of that thread to make it classified. It's like, bro,
who declassified this information?
Right? Why?
And what was the reason of declassification?
Exactly.
There's training we all take on this shit. I've seen people get in more trouble for leaving a cryptographic device in an OM that's already in a secured area.
Exactly.
That people who have the correct clearance to access that find it, but because they was just misplaced, people was getting paperwork for that. This is way different than crypto for a Tattle A.
Yes. Absolutely.
I'm gonna put that out there. I find a kick in an OM. I'm just like, damn, somebody getting at least an LLC.
Somebody fucked.
Somebody getting an LLC, dog. I find a authenticator thing out. Somebody getting some paperwork. War plans, strategies. it's not classified, so it's cool. But we'll find out who leaked this stuff out. Why are we doing an investigation if it's unclassified information?
Yeah, exactly.
What's the
It's
investigation
unclassified,
for?
then don't fucking worry about it.
But hey, I'm just me. You know, I don't want to have to print out my certificate and show you
The
that
shit you noticed, bro.
I don't want to print out my certificate and show you that I'm trained up. You know, derivative
Bro, it's
classification.
at the point where I can just click through the slides and answer all the questions, bro.
Derivative classification. Hey, all the answers are on Quizlet. You can look that shit up. Knock that cybersecurity thing out. You know, it ain't that hard up there, man. I'm just giving y'all a heads up. You know, I know y'all are new in the seats. I know y'all was doing Fox News and all that stuff, but here in the federal aspect, man, there's things you know, certain things you can't do. So
one might say that that makes you not qualified for that position, but that's another conversation. It's another conversation.
So if they're not qualified, how did they get the job?
Beats me.
Okay. Sounds like some DEI type shit. People getting into positions that they didn't earn, right?
We could call it that. I mean, that's the definition that they went with, right?
I don't know. I just come to work, log in, do my required training to ensure that I'm keeping classified information safe. But that's neither here nor there. I do want to say before we wrap this up, shout out to Orlando Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Who I've been playing his, like, Orlando Brown probably has the bop of the year out right now. And I use bop because it's a little bouncy little 2-minute song or something like that. It's not a full song, so it's not, but it's a go check. I know everybody was on his head because he was on whatever he was on before.
He's still on it.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, don't say that to my boy. Don't say that about my man. He got a song out right now. And I would love to play it, but you know how YouTube be acting, so we ain't doing that shit.
Yep. Yeah.
But just go to his page, Orlando Brown. It's called Love to You. It's a nice little bop. Give it a listen. And I've been listening to it all day, so that's my jam right now. But that's all I got. Fantastic show.
Very good show tonight.
Fantastic show. What do you got for him, Black?
Great audience tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes, sir.
I do want to extend a warm welcome to the network, to our newest podcast, our newest show, Cutting Edge Heroes. Thank you for coming to the network. Miss Danny Stewart, welcome. Looking forward to working with you and everything that you got. Spring football is here, so you'll start seeing me doing more UFL coverage this year. I'm back in the saddle. I just picked up my credentials today, so
okay.
We'll be doing that. Getting ready for WrestleMania season. Got some good stuff coming down the pipeline for that, for No Gimmicks. Some great brackets coming out for No Gimmicks. It's bracket season, so make sure we want to capitalize on that. Eat the Cake Anime. Great show last night.
Thank you.
Very great show. I actually started watching it. I call it Genshu. Thank you for that.
It's Genshu.
Yeah. Zenshu, thank you for recommending that.
All
I'm
good.
actually on. I'm gonna go back when we get off, and I'm on episode 3 now. It's a cool show. So shout out for Eat the Cake for recommending that. USDN just had a show right before we did tonight. Very good stuff. But make sure you guys are tapped in. We're getting more movement on the YouTubes. Follow us on the YouTubes. Go look at the website, ddfpn.com. It's a one-stop shop for all the podcasts, and that's jumping too. So 2025 has been a very good year for DFPN so far. We just look to capitalize on it, man. And you said this earlier about the $5 tier.
Yeah,
we did up it, but we made sure that we compensated you guys enough to where, you know, that $5 is worth your money.
Yeah, so we ain't trying to Marvin Sapp you. we ain't trying to, like, you was paying 3, then all of a sudden you check your account, $5. What the fuck is
what the fuck?
Like, so yeah, the $5 tier, that's kind of like the entry level. Like $5, you get everything that DFPN has. The only thing is, like, the higher tier you're in, the better merch or the more the quantity of merch that you get.
Yep.
So like in your higher tiers, you'll start getting the shirts and the hats and stuff. You know, you'll probably get a poster or something in the lower tiers, so forth and so on. So it's one of those things, you know what I'm saying? So we just want to make the live streaming of these things more accessible to those that are paying more. And no offense, you know, if you're not, that's cool. You know, we love that you come over to the YouTube to watch the videos or over to the pages and stuff. But for those that want to get in and have the conversation like these guys have been having with us tonight, you know, feel free, you know, Smoke Pit, you know, we're here 3 out of the 4 weeks, and then we do our first Fridays. But like I said, with the expanding that we're doing, what is it?
Noxie Turner.
Yeah, Noxie Turner. That starts next Saturday.
Yeah.
Next Saturday, and they'll be streaming live the session over on the Patreon. Now, if you want to wait to watch it on YouTube, they'll break it down into 3 different episodes, however many. But if you want to watch live and interact with the players as they're playing the game live, $5 is all it is.
Yep.
No gimmicks, $5 all it is to come and watch them talk about what it is and interact and ask the questions, get their opinions. I know every time they go live, I got questions because as a casual fan, and I may be tooting my horn, but I feel like my fandom is raising up because I'm looking at some of these stories and I'm just like,
yeah.
I mean,
like the questions.
Yeah,
you
I look at the biggest thing. I'm just like, I'm looking at Jay, and every time he faces Gunther, he's over.
Yep.
So I'm like, I can't see, like, what's the whole buildup of him going to Mania can you even call it a main event? Because they're talking about
They're not.
That's what I'm saying. You're going for a belt, and it's not a main event, but your whole name is Main Event Jay.
Yep.
Do you beat Gunther, and then what's the next road for you at that? Like, what's your story after that?
That's the question. They don't have
CJ
one.
jumped in. I think it was either CJ or somebody in No Gimmicks was just like, they can probably bring the Rock angle back and do something bloodline-wise or something. But I know Roman's already tied up with the Seth and the fucking CM Punk shit, and I don't know if they're going to play that. The Gunther Jay thing is so not on my radar.
It's not because you have and that's what we talked about on the podcast. You have a whole bunch of other stuff outshining it right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the triple threat with CM Punk, Roman, and Seth, and then you got Cody and John Cena. There's no way you're going to be higher than both of those matches.
I would even say,
even the women.
That's what I was going to say. Like the women, the
Io,
the
Bianca, and Rhea.
I would say I'm looking forward to that one more than super kicks and chest slaps. You know.
Yep.
But we'll see. Like maybe Triple H may have something up his sleeve. You know, I ain't gonna hold him.
I hope he does. I hope he does.
I can't wait till the next episode, man, bro. Like D be like, man, what the fuck? They fucked this shit up. They shouldn't let Io get the thing. And you know, I'm an Io fan. You know, I like when she has a belt. I like her energy and stuff. But I agree. Like when she won the belt like a month out from WrestleMania, I'm just like, well,
you fucked up the plans.
So now it's Io, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, Ray has to get back in there. Let's just have her do whatever. And so I think the plan is now Monday, Io and Rhea would fight, and then the winner of that gets the belt. Because he's like, I want my rematch. So they're going to fight, get the belt, and then it can change again. And then I don't know if then I don't know. Like, it's still a triple threat match then, right?
As of now, it is.
Because they haven't all officially signed a contract.
Right.
So Io can lose it. It can go back to Bianca and Rhea again. I don't know. I'm just like, bro, it's too close to Mania to be doing all this fucking wild ass shit, bro.
This flip flopping,
yeah. But that's just me, casual fan speaking. You know,
no, real fan, hardcore fan speaking. They fucking this up. They fucking this up.
All right, yeah, but not to turn this into a No Gimmicks Junior, but cool. Like, unless you got anything else for the folks, man.
Nah, nothing, man. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight.
100%. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Episode 165, The Smoke Pit. As always, I'm the homie Mac, a.k.a. your boy.
And I am bred like a king, made us Kelvin Cayley. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, have love, make sex, peace.
Peace.
I know those eyes don't look best. I know those eyes don't. Your devotion so invested. Your devotion. This ain't right. I know those eyes